Jimmy is as stiff as Michelle was when she first saw your dance moves.
And he's got the same expression on his face as he did back then.
At least we are getting some use out of your shovel-ready job scam. You really dug yourself a huge hole with all your bullshit.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, the old saying goes, and that certainly applies to Barack Obama and Donald Trump, who, at the very least, like each other and get along, which came as a shock to the entire world, myself included, when they broed out at Jimmy Carter's funeral. But who is the enemy that is pulling them both together? Well, that happens to be Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris. Amazing. According to newly released AI lip reading of these two men, they were both ragging on Hillary Clinton and Kamala. This was Donald Trump saying, "She still hates me, you know." Hillary and Barack Obama laughing, knowing that, well, Hillary Clinton got her career destroyed by Donald Trump. Kamala Harris got her career destroyed by Donald Trump. And then Barack Obama went on to talk some real smack about Kamala, saying that nobody could have helped her and that nobody could have fixed that miserable candidate. Kamala Harris famously sat very angry the entire time that the two men were talking, perhaps hearing the fact that they were talking about her. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what AI had to say, and it all leads to something very, very interesting that Kamala Harris just did on the internet.
Well, Mr. President.
For a second time. Barack, very nice to see you.
Congratulations. How you doing?
I'm a lot better, Dad.
Yeah, I bet. Knew you'd win.
Oh, really? Oh, come on. Anyone could beat her.
Kidding
She's
me?
just...
I was just as appalled. You know what happened? He just didn't want to leave.
I know.
Is what happened. I did what I could to help her. She was horrendous.
I know. You know what I realized? Hillary still hates me. So much. I know. She'll never forget me. We should meet to discuss
I
that.
think so, too. We can definitely set something up. Let me know whatever
Oh, we
works
got-
best for you.
I was gonna fly back to Florida tomorrow for the golf.
Okay.
Look at her. And then she looks around. She
Did you
knows.
see that?
Look at her look back. She knows they're talking about her.
She won't even look at me.
Really? I was told some of her people. Apparently they said she fell off the wagon.
I think she actually may have. Sure. And also, she's not really built for this. Amount of pressure, if you're not built for it, will do it.
Okay, so that's what AI says that the two were saying, and they even mask their voices as well. And I don't know, man, it sure does seem incredibly accurate. I guess the point being that this sort of reveals underlying truths about what the entire establishment thought about Kamala Harris, what they thought about Hillary Clinton, and that there is something that unites Donald Trump and Barack Obama. And this makes Kamala Harris, of course, bitter and seething with rage. Ladies and gentlemen, it also makes for some pretty great memes. Okay. All right. Mr. Trump is my president. Let's see how well that. All right, anyway. Okay. So this thing flew. A lot of people saying, wow, this actually looks very, very much exactly like what they are saying. And people were saying that this matches actually their lips and sort of the candor and the way that they would speak. And then Donald Trump just goes and posts it on his Truth Social, essentially confirming that the AI-generated read was correct. And this is actually what they were doing. They're talking mad smack about Hillary and Kamala and saying that Kamala could never win. Well, anyway, all of that must have gotten under someone's skin whose name rhymes with Bomala Barris, because Queen Camilla, decided to post a photo of this funeral on social media. You'll notice something very interesting absent from this photo. This is directly from her Instagram. Here it is right here, live on the page. This has 400,000 likes and a bunch of comments. And you'll notice that Donald Trump has been cropped out. Not a particularly great photo of Barack Obama either, but you'll see that that Trump is totally cropped out of this image. Mike Pence made it in there. Kamala Harris, so bitter, so vengeful, so malevolent, so nasty, nasty woman. Kamala Harris crops out Donald Trump and the First Lady Melania Trump out of her Instagram photo from the Carters, saying Jimmy Carter loved our country, he loved his faith, served his people, left the world better than he found it. And his last dying wish to see Kamala Harris as president didn't come true, but Jimmy Carter did get to see Donald Trump become president. President Carter's many contributions will echo for generations to come. Yeah, well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cropped Donald Trump out. Oh, boy. The comment section saying, yeah, you were cropped out of the election. That's real good. And then a bunch of like boom, clap, hallelujah comments. It was pretty, this is, you'd think like a final, desperate, cringy move by Kamala. But it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. While Kamala Harris was cropping her photos for Instagram, she should have had her eyes on her Ring camera because her house was burglarized, or at least attempted burglary, inside of her Brentwood home amid the wildfires in Los Angeles. Police arrest two suspected burglars at Kamala Harris's Brentwood home amid fires. The wildfires continue to ravage Southern California. Local law enforcement have arrested numerous people attempting to take advantage of the situation. Los Angeles Police Department confirmed to Deadline that two individuals were arrested at Kamala Harris's Brentwood home at 4:40 a.m. on Saturday. Ultimately, they could not prove the individuals were involved in a burglary. However, they were detained for violating curfew. As of late last week, the curfew was imposed in evacuation zones from 6 to 6 a.m. Curb looting and unrest. So it's not enough that these people have, of course, fires burn their neighborhood to tinders. There's now active militant looters throughout. Since the fire started, officers have made 29 arrests across the impacted areas, including for burglary, breaking curfew, and other violations. Two of them were lurking around Kamala's house at 4 a.m. Yeah, okay, got it. I wonder what you were doing inside of like an evacuation zone. Having attended Jimmy Carter's funeral at the National Cathedral Thursday with her husband Doug Emhoff, Harris canceled planned overseas trip to remain in D.C. to help oversee the federal response. So she won't get her like final little speaking of lighting things on fire, she won't get a chance to light taxpayer money on fire by crisscrossing the globe, right? Which is what they always do at the very end of these humiliating tenures. Joe Biden leaving office with a 28% approval rating. Kamala Harris probably even worse, ladies and gentlemen. And this ain't gonna help. Cropping out the single most popular president and the most powerful president in my lifetime. Well, lady. What a bitter, sad, perfect way to end. And I'm so happy that you will be out in 8 days. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.